Already, where the topic for today is, so we're gonna take a look how creative thing. We're really just now beginning to understand how quickly drastic climate change can take place. Well, beginning to understand how quickly drastic climate change can take place. We can see past the current of the climate change. Few hundred years. Take the Sahara Desert in the northern Africa. The Sahara was very different 6,000 years ago. I mean, you would call it a tropical paradise or anything, or maybe you would if you think you have today. Samples of Sahara don't raise sensory. But basically, you had greenery and you had water. Now, what I find particularly interesting and amazing, really, as really indicates how desert life. Hence what? They need you around. That's right. But how is that for that the how used to be a lot of water, trouble? They could call was a rock bending on the only evidence. Beneath the Sahara are huge aquifers, basically a sea of fresh water that perhaps a million years old filtered through rock layers. And then there is fossilized pollen from low shrubs and grasses that once grew in the Sahara. In fact, these plants still grow about 100 miles away in more vegetated areas. Anyway, it's this fossilized pollen along with the aquifers and the rock bedding. These three things all evidence that the Sahara was once much greener than it is today. That there were hippos and probably elephants and giraffes and so on. So what happened? How did it happen? Now we are so used to hearing about how human activity affecting the climate, right? But that is a focus away over the natural variation in the Earth's climate, like yesterday, like the planet was particularly covered with a few years ago. Now, as far as a year ago, there is some recent literature that points to the migration of the monsoon in that area. Huh? What do I mean? Okay, monsoon is a seasonal wind that can bring in a large amount of rainfall. Now, if the monsoon migrates, well, that means that the rain moves to another area, right? So, what causes the monsoon to migrate? Well, the answer is the dynamics of Earth's motion. The same thing that causes the ice, by the way. The Earth not always the same distance from the sun, and it's not always tilting towards the sun the same angle. There is slight variation in these two parameters. And climate change and just in a few hundred years. That's abrupt. Well, yeah, considering that the climate shift takes thousands of years, it's just pretty about. So these changes in the plants, it's most they call it the climate change, but it was also compounded. What the Sahara experienced was a sort of a runaway drying effect. As I said, the monsoon migrated itself, so there was less rain in the Sahara. The land started to get drier, which in turn caused a huge decrease in the amount of vegetation because vegetation doesn't grow as well in dry soil, right? And then less vegetation means the soil can't hold water as well. The soil loses its ability to retain water when it does rain. So then you have less moisture to have a cloud to form, nothing to evaporate for a cloud formation. And then the cycle continues: less rain, drier soil, less vegetation, fewer cloud, less rain, etc. etc. What about the people who made the rock paintings? A good question. No one really knows. But there might be something connection to the ancient age of them about the same time that the Sahara was becoming a desert. 5,000 years ago, Egypt really began to flourish out in the Nile River Valley, and that's not that far away. So it's only logical to hypothesize that a lot of these people migrated to the Nile Valley when they realized that this is more than a temporary drought. And some people take this a step further, and that's okay, that's science. And they hypothesize that this migration actually provided an important impetus in the development of ancient Egypt. Well, we'll stay tuned on that.